What's up, guys, brothers, back with you. Today's video is going to be about raw milk, our honest experience. So Chase, you want to start it off?
Yeah, you see a million influencers drinking raw milk. They seem to be fine. It seems to be a trend of some sorts, but nobody really knows how nutrient dense it is versus actual milk. Everyone knows there's benefits. Nobody really knows if they outweigh the risks. So we had it for about a month, I want to say, in
About
two
a
different
month.
locations.
Yeah, and then one thing I'll add is, we've all seen the research for the most part, and the research is very set on one side. So you have to almost disregard the mainstream science and say, maybe there's benefits here that aren't being discussed. The scientific research says, there is no nutrient loss during pasteurization. You're killing the bad bacteria. That's the basis rather of their argument. But basically our journey with it starts in Florida. We were at a farmer's market and we saw a ton of old people getting gallons and gallons of raw milk. So I go to my brother and I'm like, hey man, if they can handle it, we can,
I think we first drank it, we felt maybe our stomach like a little upset, just kind of getting used to it. But no, we were on it for 2-3 weeks in Florida and we felt pretty good. I mean, we don't know how big of a impact it really was, but I felt pretty good on it.
I felt pretty good on it as well. I will say it was grass-fed, completely grass-fed A2 cows. You do pay a premium for that, but they were milked twice a day. The farmer guy was awesome. Dapped him up at the farmer's market a couple of times, and yeah, trustworthy guy. But what else is there? Then we went back home.
Yeah, that's the key
and
part.
Here's the key part. We went to a farm. The cows were grass-fed as well, A2 cows, but were in the barn. They weren't grazing. And so we got 2 gallons of milk. We were stoked. Came back to try it. And we'll throw these pictures up later, but we had a little bit of reddish biofilm after 4 days in the fridge. And we do know it's only good for probably 4 to 5 days. The shelf life is not as long as pasteurized milk for a reason. But there was a little bit of a reddish biofilm in there, slightly concerning. And then I tried to make raw milk ice cream, and there was a huge mold contamination.
Yeah, we'll put the picture on the screen.
Exactly.
It did stress us out a little bit, but there was also another side where we were drinking this bacteria-infested milk, and we really had no side effects. I mean, we had no foodborne illness, and we would have had it right away if it was really
Right,
detrimental.
plausibly so. And the mainstream pro raw milk people are always saying, like, your body can handle, if you're an otherwise healthy individual, you can handle the bad bacteria. And the net benefit of the good bacteria and the enzymes to help digest it are what helps. So we were definitely curious about that. I think overall we're going to put the project on hold for a little bit. Maybe wait until those cows are out on the pasture grazing all day rather than in the barn. Up where we live, it's a little cold, so I think they have to be in the barn for another month or two. But
I think the biggest takeaway is, like, you shouldn't necessarily fear raw milk, but just know, I mean, obviously we weren't going to drink it if we saw
visible
bacteria
contamination
growth on there. But
exactly.
It's somewhat encouraging that our bodies were able to handle it, but it's also a little bit upsetting that we had to visibly see the bacteria. We never experienced that when we had it in Florida. So just really research the farm you're going to.
Very well
I think
said.
that's the biggest takeaway.
Very well said. Are those cows being treated well? What do you know about it? That's important. As I said, I think if they were out on the pasture in the sun all the time, maybe it'd be a different story versus in the barn for like a favorable risk to reward ratio. But I don't know. We're gonna put the project on hold. We just wanted to share our honest thoughts about raw milk. No biased absolutes here, just our honest opinion. And we hope you guys can take something from this. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about it if you have tried it.
Yep.
Let's wrap it up.